Saturday morning, Sonisphere 2011, and I've got the amazing Vintage Trouble with me. Morning.
Morning. Morning. Being the imperative word here.
Yeah,
I've literally just woken them up, seriously woken them up from an amazing gig they had in York last night. How was it?
York was amazing.
Yeah, we lucked out. We had 3 days in a row. We got to have a huge amount of people come and show their support. And literally for 3 nights we had packed rooms that were the sweating. At one point I even pointed out to Richard at the end of the first night in Manchester, I was like, dude, look at the ceiling. There was water drip, well, not water, body
Sweat.
love
Body
dripping from the ceiling. So 3 nights in a row, it was crazy, loud, partying, wild, abandoned, ruckus, juke joint like, love smelling, booty bumping, pelvis pushing, craziness.
Dripping.
It was crazy. Like, it's like, if I were home, I would love it if I got invited to 4 parties this week, and I feel like I got invited to about 3 parties this week, so it was a good week.
That is amazing.
It was, and we didn't even party that hard as far as like drinking and smoking and stuff like that, but I tell you, it was a rage. We raged. It was out of control.
I love the fact that he has to use drinking and smoking as the bar of partying.
It's the beginning, it's the first step,
Yeah,
and I mean
entree.
first step.
It's the entree.
Yeah. You guys have just had an amazing, successful tour with Bon Jovi, and I believe you're about to go on tour with Bootsy Collins, or you're opening for Bootsy Collins. How did that all happen?
I saw it on Twitter.
You saw that, you
I was
were
like,
playing?
hey, we're opening for Bootsy Collins at the O2, I guess, in London, or the part of the
O2. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it just sort of fell out of the sky. I think we kind of match up, really
Totally.
well with them, so it made sense.
Or AKA, or as your friend Dan would say, the money got us there.
Yeah.
That one's just for you, Dan.
That's for you, Dan. A
We
whole
were the
big
highest
stack
bidder.
of money came, landed on the table. Bootsy Collins asked for all singles, and so
Yeah.
once we thought he meant 45 records, but he meant $single bills.
it rain.
And once that landed, we were offered the gig, Dan.
Yeah.
It's crazy, Dan.
Crazy.
Get some money, Dan.
That's right.
Basically. I love you. Where were we? Bootsy Collins. So, are things going to wrap up for you in the UK anytime soon? Have we got you for good? What's happening? Is LA's beckoning? Harvell's misses you, boys. Not that we want to let you go.
I don't think we're going home anytime soon. I mean, there's a plan for us to do a short run through the States in August, unless you guys really, keep the stack of money coming on the UK side. But no.
We will be back here in September, so for sure.
For sure,
Awesome.
running through here, and the plan is to at least through the end of the year.
Okay, and what's going to happen? What you're doing when you come back, or can you not yet
Well,
say?
the record gets released on July 25th officially in the UK, so that actually starts a whole new set of let's go promote that, and let's go party and get behind that.
Yeah.
So,
Are you talking about bomb shelter sessions, or?
with the Bomb Shelter Sessions, what we're doing with a bonus CD that's included on there, a 5-song bonus CD on top of it. So yeah, that is the official UK release, through all the brick and mortar, HMV, iTunes, the whole thing.
That is absolutely.
Yeah, right now we also have a college tour planned for the fall,
Yeah,
and
be awesome.
and like Rick said, anything that might come up in between, we kind of have a grand plan, but then kind of go with the flow, because you have to kind of let the people dictate where they want you to be. And you want to do a second round of places. Like, we lucked out because we did the Brian May tour, and like, for example, let's use Manchester, and this is a ooh to our amazing management and agents, ITV. We went around, we did Brian May in Manchester, then we came back with Bon Jovi in Manchester, and then we did another club gig, and then so when you go back, impressions, and then when you come back and you do a club gig, it proves to be, the format seems to work. Like, they're such amazing people. Like, we play instruments, and you want to be able to rely on other people's expertise. Our agents seem to have it together, because the way they did the Snowball for us seems to have really been effective. And you walk into these rooms that you didn't have to call anyone. I mean, we're used to being, back in LA, you do your promotion, that's what gets people to your gigs. So we're still a little blown away by the fact that we don't have to call anyone and there's a room full of people.
Yeah, sure. I must say, I've obviously, I've sort of followed you guys right from the beginning, and I do feel like a proud mama.
You did.
Watching you guys just, when I walked past your double-decker tour bus, I was like, Vintage Trouble has a double-decker tour bus. Yeah. Who were they like 2 years ago? You know, that's just, it's absolutely amazing. But so you've obviously played to stupidly big crowds now with Bon Jovi and things. But this is technically your first festival, as in just a full-on random band festival, isn't it? And
we did Cornbury, we did
Wireless.
Yeah.
We did.
But none of them have been as sort of
Middleborough,
Intro Fest.
Middleborough.
but nothing's been sort of as metal as Sonisphere has.
Oh, within there, you happen to be correct.
Yeah.
So I know we've got your fellow guys, which I was lucky enough to see with you guys, Rival Sons, and then we've got the amazing St. Jude playing, but they've sort of gotten the style of what you guys are doing at the moment. They've sort of really highlighted that at this festival, which I think is quite nice because they've sort of branched out. What are you going to do to, in inverted commas, win over the metal fans that are here to see the Metallicas and the Watains and all that, because you're so different genre-wise? People that haven't seen you, I mean, I know what they're going to luck into this morning, but
we're going to show them how important melody is. I'm just joking.
We're gonna teach them how to shake their ass.
Yeah.
get them tail feathers rocking.
I think, you know, the response that we see online and the things that the people write back. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've seen, hey, you know, I'm really into metal or I'm really into heavy rock, but I stumbled across you guys on Jules Holland and was absolutely blown away. And I think it's more, we don't have to show anybody anything. I think we do what we do, and I think the people instinctively, you know, sort of thankfully, kind of gravitate to what it is we're doing, and possibly because it is different, because it is out of that line.
Sure.
You know?
Well, I must say, Sky, our amazing cameraman, he's testament to the fact of seeing you guys and being completely bowled over and really excited to see you. So I mean, I've seen it at you know, I watched you guys at a press event turn the whole press room around and work for you, which I've never seen before, which is pretty outstanding.
Nice. Yeah, not only is it important to think about what we're going to show this place, but more so for us, we're inspired by different atmospheres.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hoping that by being surrounded by such heavy rockers that we're gonna get a good dose of balls outness, and we already have that.
Yeah.
But there's something you can pick up every time you go somewhere else. You know, we could go to a country festival and we're going to be inspired in a different way.
Sure.
We're going to be at this festival today and we're going to get something from the people more so than we're going to give, or it's going to be equal, because you know there's definitely a very energy that doesn't usually surround us in the venues we play. And so from us, what we're going to get is we're going to get a good vibration under us, and we're going to get a bit of you know, dagger and anger and darkness maybe that we're not used to, and that's going to infuse us in a different way. You know, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to feel like out here.
The tent that you're playing in is really dark, really dingy. It's a Harvell's, but it's Harvell's in a tent. So, but yeah, no, it's absolutely amazing. But talking about what you're going to pick up from the people, I've always said the most perfect rock show for me is the ability to take energy, give it to the audience, and take it back. And I'm quite excited to be up front and be a troublemaker today in their Bohemian stage.
Nice.
And just to wrap up, I saw the most incredible comments about the Bomb Shelter Sessions album, and I think the quote went something like, "I seriously hope that this album was recorded in a bomb shelter, because let's go and make fucking war."
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Vintage Trouble.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.